Welcome to ClassEcs, a show where a guy with a literature degree recaps, from memory, books he's never read. I'm your host, my name is Ethan Hunter, and today we're talking about Moby Dick. Moby Dick was written in 57 BC by Herman the Lovebug Melville. Moby Dick is basically about a guy who once didn't catch a fish this big. Okay. Think I'm good. Think I nailed that one. Think I can probably clock out now. No? You want more? Okay. Moby Dick is told from the perspective of a guy named Isabel. And everywhere he goes, he's like, call me Isabel. Hey, call me Isabel. You in the blue. Call me Isabel. And everybody's like, we get it. You got a lady's name. Calm down. Isabel used to work for the Salvation Army, but now he's decided he's tired of salvationing things and selling pre-owned couches, and he hates whales. He hates them, wants to kill them, doesn't want to get away, wants them dead, wants to make fish and chips from their little bastard bones, or however you make fish and chips. So he signs up to work a whaling ship called the Pikachu. He sees the ship and he's like, Pikachu, I choose you to help me murder whales. And the Pikachu is run by a dude named Captain Arab, which is flatly racist, but whatever, it was a different time and all that, and yada yada. Whatever, I guess. Also on the boat is a dude named Peakeg, who got his nickname because he wet himself at a high school party. And then there's the first mate called Starbuck, after whom the coffee is probably named, who later in the book travels to the future and becomes a blonde lady and joins the search for Earth aboard the Battlestar Galactica. And there are other people on the boat, but they're not very important, so screw them. So the Pikachu sets sail, and at some point Arab comes to the crew and he's like, I know you guys hate all the whales, but there's one whale that I hate the most. He's the worst. He's white. Also kind of racist, probably. He chewed my leg off, and he's the worst. First worst. So let's go kill that one. And everyone on the crew is like, yeah, okay, sure. Except for Starbuck, who's kind of the voice of reason, who goes up to Arab and he's like, I don't know, man. I think we should just kill whatever whales we come across, because, you know, screw whales. But Arab is like, oh, but please. And Starbuck is like, I can't stay mad at you. So they go to kill Moby. And along the way, they meet a bunch of other whalers and the Little Mermaid, who teaches the sailors to paint with all the colors of the wind. And every time they meet someone, Arab is like, hey, seen any white whales around? I do not care for them. And everyone is like, yeah, it's that way. Look for the giant white whale. You'll know him when you see him. He's the white whale. The captain of one ship is like, yeah, he bit my arm off. What are you crying about? But the game is the game, so why are you hating? And so Starbuck goes back to Arab and he's like, I think this is the Chuck Norris of whales. This is like if Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee had a baby and it was a whale. So, come on, let's just, yeah. And Arab is like, oh, but please. And Starbuck is like, oh, I can't stay mad at you. So they continue to try to kill Moby. And at some point, Peakeg is like, just a heads up, I'm gonna die for some reason, and so build me a coffin. And the people on the ship are like, fair enough, here's your coffin. But then Peakeg is like, you know what, I changed my mind, I don't think I'm gonna die after all, but thank you for my coffin, I'm sure it'll come in handy later. And after floating around for like 800 or 900 pages, they finally find Moby Dick. And he's just like chilling, like making some electronic music or something. But the crew of the Peakeg is like, let's get him. Vegans are bastards. So they fight the whale for like 7 weeks. Just non-stop whale fighting. Duh, whale. And after a while, Moby's like, F this noise. And he rams the Pikachu, and the whole thing is going down. And Arab is like, you are not a nice whale. And Moby's like, you're kind of racist. And Arab throws one last harpoon into Moby, but the rope on the harpoon gets wrapped around Arab's neck. Moby dives and drags Arab down in the depths of the ocean to his death, or to hang out with Jar Jar or something, which would be way worse than dying, probably. And the Pikachu goes down, and everybody drowns, except Isabel, who's left kind of floating around on Peakeg's coffin for like a solid year or something. And eventually another ship picks him up, and he's like, thank you for picking me up. And that's it. And the moral of the story is, some fish are assholes. Thanks for watching. Remember to leave your comments in the section below, and if you have any books you'd like me to recap for you, if I haven't read them, I'll probably do it. Until next time, don't go fishing.